Good morning, students. Today we will start chapter number 2, chemical changes and reaction. What is a chemical change? A chemical change is a permanent change in which the chemical composition of a substance is changed and one or more new substances with different chemical composition and different properties are formed. These changes are not easily reversible. A chemical change always involves a chemical reaction. Chemical reaction is the process of breaking the chemical bonds of the reacting substances and making new bonds to form new substances, that is the products. A chemical bond is the force that holds the atoms of a molecules together as in a compound. A chemical change or a chemical reaction occurs when particles collide. Collisions occur when reactants are in close contact or by the supply of energy. Thus, one or more of the following conditions are necessary for a chemical change. First is mixing or close contact. In some cases, a chemical reaction occurs when two substances are mixed in their solid states. Example, iodine and phosphorus react explosively when brought into close contact. Lead nitrate and potassium iodide react to make lead iodide when they are brought in close contact. Another condition for any chemical reaction to take place is the solution form. In some cases, a chemical reaction occurs only when the substances are mixed in either molten or the aqueous state. The oxalic acid crystals and sodium carbonate react in water solution only. Sodium chloride and silver nitrate also react in a solution state to form the precipitate of silver chloride and sodium nitrate. Some chemical reactions occur only on heating. Copper carbonate decomposes on heating into copper oxide and carbon dioxide. Lead nitrate decomposes on heating, leaving yellow residue of lead monoxide, brown gas nitrogen dioxide, and colorless gas oxygen. Some chemical reactions take place in the presence of light. These are called photochemical reactions or photolysis. Molecules of the reactants absorb light energy to get activated and then react rapidly. For example, plants form glucose from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of light. Hydrogen and chlorine react in the presence of sunlight. If chlorine water is exposed to sunlight, bubbles of a gas are seen and oxygen gas is evolved. Solutions of silver nitrate and hydrogen peroxide are kept in brown bottles in the laboratory because they decompose in the presence of light. Silver nitrate solution becomes black as it decomposes to silver, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen, while hydrogen peroxide changes to water and colorless, odorless gas. Oxygen is evolved. Certain chemical reactions like the decomposition of certain compounds occur only when electricity is passed through the substance. Electrolysis of acidulated water. Acidulated water means the water in which acid has been added so that it can carry electricity. Occurs only in the presence of electricity to give hydrogen and oxygen. On passing current through molten sodium chloride, sodium and chlorine are separated. Some chemical reactions take place only when the involved substances are subjected to high pressure. For example, mercury chloride and potassium iodide, when rubbed in a mortar, give a scarlet colored substance called mercuric iodide. Nitrogen and hydrogen, when subjected to high pressure, produce ammonia. Some chemical reactions take place in the presence of catalysts. Catalysts accelerate or decelerate the rate at which they occur. The catalysts themselves do not take part in the chemical reaction and remain unchanged. Certain chemical reactions proceed by the absorption of sound energy. For example, acetylene breaks up into carbon and hydrogen by absorbing the sound energy. Potassium chlorate decomposes only at 700 degrees Celsius, and even then the rate of release of oxygen is very slow. But when potassium chlorate is heated in the presence of manganese dioxide, decomposition begins at a much lower temperature, 300 degrees, and manganese dioxide remains unaffected. Thus, in this reaction, manganese dioxide acts as a catalyst. Ammonia reacts with oxygen to produce nitric oxide and water vapor in the presence of platinum, which acts as a catalyst. The catalyst may be positive or negative. Positive catalysts are the catalysts which increase or accelerate the rate of the reaction. For example, the rate of decomposition of hydrogen peroxide gets increased in the presence of manganese dioxide. Enzymes which are present in our body are also examples of positive catalysts. They are the proteins that act as catalysts in biochemical reactions. During the digestion, the complex food materials get broken down into simpler substances in 2 to 3 hours in the presence of enzymes which act as catalysts. Otherwise, it will take months to get digested. Promoters are the substances that influence the rate of a chemical reaction by improving the efficiency of the catalyst. For example, in the manufacture of ammonia, iron acts as a catalyst and molybdenum as a promoter. Molybdenum increases the efficiency of the catalyst iron. In the absence of a catalyst, promoter alone cannot increase the rate of the reaction. A catalyst employed to retard the rate of the reaction or reduce the rate of the reaction is known as a negative catalyst or inhibitor. Phosphoric acid retards the rate of decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. The rate of oxidation of chloroform decreases in the presence of alcohol. Now, what are the characteristics of a chemical reaction? The chemical reactions are characterized by changes that are quite easily observed. By observing those changes, we can easily make out that the chemical reaction has been completed. Some of these typical changes are evolution of a gas. In many chemical reactions, one of the products is a gas. When zinc reacts with dilute sulfuric acid, hydrogen gas is evolved with effervescence. When dilute hydrochloric acid is added to calcium carbonate, carbon dioxide is evolved with effervescence. Effervescence is the formation of gas bubbles in a liquid during a reaction. In the reaction given above, that means in the formation of carbon dioxide and hydrogen, one of the reactants is a liquid. In such cases, when one of the reactants is a liquid, the gas produced forms bubbles in the liquid, that is, effervescence takes place. The easy example for effervescence is when we open a cold drink bottle. As we open the bottle, the pressure decreases and the carbon dioxide starts coming out in the form of effervescence. Now, second characteristic is change of color. Certain chemical reactions are characterized by a change in the color of the reactants. When a few pieces of iron are dropped into a blue colored copper sulfate solution, the blue color of the solution fades and eventually turns into light green due to the formation of ferrous sulfate. When concentrated sulfuric acid is added to a piece of copper, a blue solution of copper sulfate is formed. Next characteristic is formation of precipitate. Certain chemical reactions are characterized by the formation of insoluble solid substances called precipitate. For example, when a solution of silver nitrate is added to a solution of sodium chloride, a white insoluble substance silver chloride is formed. When ferrous sulfate solution is added to sodium hydroxide solution, a dirty green precipitate of ferrous hydroxide is formed. Next characteristic is change of state. In many chemical reactions, a change of state is observed. The reaction might start with gaseous or liquid reactants and end up with solid products, and vice versa. Example, ammonia gas reacts with hydrogen chloride gas to produce solid ammonium chloride. Carbon and sulfur, both solids, on heating together produce carbon disulfide, a liquid. Hydrogen and oxygen, both gases, combine together to form water, which is a liquid. Thank you.